Guys, how y'all doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Y'all, I want to talk about the young lady. She was a mail carrier and she was gunned down. And it was like overkill. So I don't know like what really happened. Like, why are you targeting a male person? I don't know. Was personal? Was it somebody she knew or what? But we're gonna get into this here right now. And her name was Octavia Redmond murder. Vehicle believed to be used in the Chicago mail carrier shooting. Death found torched. They even torched her car, y'all. What the hell is this? This is a mail carrier. Like, I mean, it could be anybody, but this is just crazy. The vehicle believed to be used in the murder of United States Postal Service letter carrier was discovered torched on Saturday on the south side of Chicago. On Friday, about 11:38 a.m., the 48-year-old female mail carrier was in front of a residence on 12100 block of South Harvey when an unknown male offender approached her, police said. The offender produced a firearm and fired multiple shots at the victim before fleeing in the vehicle on 121st Street. The letter carrier, identified by the Cook County Medical Examiner as Octavia Redmond of Chicago, was shot multiple times in the body and transported to Christ Hospital, where she was pronounced deceased. I'm so sorry. This is so sad. Chicago police are looking into the possibility that Redmond was targeted. So it had to be somebody like, you know, like, I don't think that's she's a mail carrier, okay? I don't think just like a regular smuggler person on the street is just gonna do that to her. Like, they said multiple times, like shot multiple times. That's personal. Like, that's crazy. And no robbery. That was somebody she know, y'all. That was somebody she know. They said a neighbor that didn't want to be identified said Redmond had just delivered mail to her home. Seconds later, the neighbor heard at least 8 shots. 8? Come on now, 8? That's overkill. What you doing? A mail carrier? 8? No, this is personal. I came to they said the person that didn't want to be identified, she said she came to her living room and looked out the window. That's when she saw the mail carrier laying on the ground. And she said, I'm like, that's my, you know, that's my postal worker. Like, that's our postal worker. The neighbor said. Sources told Fox 32 that the killer followed her. They followed her. What is this? Shot her multiple times, and her body was found in front of the home with all her possessions still presented. So she still had her phone, she still had her money, or whatever she carry on her. You know, postal workers don't carry all that. All they do carry their phone. But you know, like their pocketbook and all that stuff there, they usually park it in their car and leave it, you know, leave it somewhere. They said the murder of the beloved wife. She was married? She was married? Okay. They said the murder of a beloved wife, mother, and extraordinary cook comes after other attacks on postal workers locally and nationally. That's true. That's true. They do have people that, you know, mess with the postal worker, but this is different, y'all. 8 times? You shot her 8 times? Like, for real? And she's a wife? No. This is different, y'all. This is different. I don't care what nobody said. It's different. That wasn't just no random attack where they wanted to, like, rob a mail carrier or anything like that. This is different. Y'all already know. Come on now. 8 times. Shot her 8 times. What's going on? Why would you shoot her 8 times? That is personal. Detectives, and they said that, you know, that it's a lot of crime where postal workers are being attacked and stuff like that. I mean, that's true, but this just sounds personal. I don't care what nobody say. And to say that she's a mother, she's a wife and a mom. No, something ain't right here. Something smells stink. The murder of the beloved wife, mother, and extraordinary cook after other attacks on postal workers. Okay, y'all can say that. Detectives are looking at Redmond's affiliation and combing through various Ring doorbell footage from the scene. You know, everybody got a damn doorbell. That's right. I had the opportunity to meet her and talk to her. She's a great co-worker, said Ellis Foster, at the Branch 11 president of the National Letter Carrier Association. In a social media video, Sister Redmond will not be going home to her family, and she said she had a problem with that. They call her Sister Redmond. That means that, you know, she's a Sister Redmond. She goes to church. She goes to church. You know, when somebody, you know, greets you as sister, you know, your name or whatever, you know, that you go to church. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of respect. This is really weird, y'all. Like, for real. Okay, let me finish reading. The national president of the NALC, Brian L., said Redmond had been a letter carrier for 5 years. She was a letter carrier for 5 years. Renfro issued a statement on Friday, mourning the loss of the Branch 11 member. The 280,000 members of NALC mourns the loss of Sister Redmond. She was a public servant doing her job when her life and future was stolen from her. Our thoughts and deepest sympathy are with her family, friends, and other loved ones. Renfro said the lawmaker introduced the Protection of Our Letter Carrier Act in the chambers of Congress early this year. Yes, I mean, a lot of my family members, like, for real, y'all, a lot of my family members is mail carriers. They work for the postal service, like, for real, and it's really, really crazy. They said, okay, the legislation aims to dimmer these crimes from happening and hold those who commit them accountable. That been in play. Like, here in New York, hey, you mess with one of the daggone postmen. That's a federal offense. Like, for real. Besides messing with a mail carrier is even worse. Oh my God. Okay. In honor of Redmond, the NALC urged Congress to swiftly pass the bill. Passed here, y'all. I don't know. This incident followed a recent robbery of a letter carrier in Bronzeville, which was caught on camera. The U.S. Postal Inspector Service is offering up to $150,000 in reward money for the information leading to the arrest and conviction of the suspect in this case. We are under attack here in Chicago. I told y'all, because like in New York, I don't know if Wacom is not the same, because they do have a law. If you even touch a male person, like for real, like they ain't playing no games over here. They're not playing no games. So I don't understand, like in Chicago, why that law is not put in, you know, place. You know, I'm not understanding that. This can happen. This cannot happen anymore. The U.S. Postal Inspector Service announced a reward of $250,000 for the information leading to the arrest and conviction of the suspect or suspects who shot and killed Redmond. Anyone with information on the shooting is asked to contact the U.S. Postal Inspection Service at 1-877-876-2455. All information will be kept strictly confidential. Now, let me just say this here. I understand this here, but they said that this is different, because they said they had, you know, she was shot in front of a lawn, in front of a door. You know, like she went to somebody's house and she was shot right on the street right there. But when I read here, Redmond murder, vehicle believed to be used. Oh, okay, I got it. The person that was driving that car, they tossed it. They tossed the car. Let me just say this. They got to look into everybody. Like, for real. They have to look into everybody, because this here is really weird. This is really weird. I'm going to show you pictures of her. You know, this is very, very weird. I'm going to show you. She's a pretty girl too, y'all. She's beautiful. Let me show you a picture of her. This is just a day ago. Okay, here we go. We're going to go to X. Let's get a picture of her from X. Y'all ain't playing with this reward money, y'all. This is her. I don't know. It just seems so weird to me right now. Like, why? Like, that's kind of personal. I don't care what nobody say. That is very, very personal to show her like that. It's another picture of her. I'm going to show you a clip, too. This is another picture of her. She's a beautiful woman. And she ain't no young girl, y'all. She a grown woman. She 48 years old. She grown. Yeah, she grown. I'm going to let y'all watch a video. And maybe we can get a little more information. Because this here just ain't... I don't know. This just happened, so you know they're gonna have to dig in the family. You know, they said she was married and she has children, so they're gonna have to start talking to people. Because this here can't go on at all. This can't go on, and my heart goes out to her family. I am so sorry this happened to her, y'all. You know, we're just going to pray that they get the person. But, you know, I just find it funny that the person that targeted her, and they said that person, a male, they said that person followed her. Followed her. And then you burnt up the vehicle that you followed her in. This is serious, y'all. This is serious. I want y'all to watch the video, okay? Alright, y'all. Hit that like button and subscribe, y'all. And I'm going to see you in just a minute, okay?
Learning new information about a postal worker who was shot and killed earlier this week. Now you're looking at video of what appears to be a burned-out white Dodge Durango spotted on the south side. Chicago police are investigating whether this is the vehicle they've been looking for in connection to the shooting death of Octavia Redmond. Fox 32's Nate Rogers is following up on this story. He has the very latest. Nate?
Throughout the day, grief counselors were at the post office where Octavia Redmond worked out of. This as detectives continue to look into her affiliations and wonder if she was, in fact, targeted. They're also combing through lots of Ring doorbell video that was captured near the scene.
White Dodge Durango that fled that scene.
New today, a white Dodge Durango believed to be the getaway car in the murder of 48-year-old postal carrier Octavia Redmond, discovered torched here at 89th and South Holland Avenue.
It's just shocking. I mean, they're doing their job.
This neighbor didn't want to be identified, but told me Redmond had just delivered mail to her home. Seconds later, she heard at least 8 gunshots while in the kitchen.
And so I came up to the living room and I looked out this window and I didn't see anything. Then I looked out the side window and I saw her laying on the ground. And I'm like, that's the postal worker.
Happened here at 121st and South Harvard just after 11:30 a.m. Friday. Police say the gunman jumped in a car and quickly left the area. This is in fact the exact house that it happened at. Sources telling us that the killer followed Redmond onto the property. She was shot multiple times. Her items were laying right here in front. Sources telling us it does not appear to be a robbery.
There's no need for that type of violence against people who are doing their jobs.
Have you ever had an issue where somebody was following you, or?
I had an issue where some people were like stealing packages, like following my truck and wait till I drop it off and then take it.
The murder of the beloved wife, mother, and extraordinary cook comes after other attacks on postal workers locally and nationally. 27-year-old Caleb delivers packages for Amazon along the same route. Safety is always his greatest concern.
I got to come out here every day and do my job, so I was kind of concerned, you know. I kind of didn't want to come to work today.
I've talked to law enforcement, elected officials, any and everybody about the attack on letter carriers, and that enough is enough and something needs to be done.
And we did reach Octavia Redmond's husband by phone. He declined an interview at this time, simply asking for privacy. There remains a $250,000 cash reward by the U.S. Postal Inspection Service for any information that leads to an arrest and conviction in this case. That number on your screen right now. For tips, 877-876.
Okay, guys, y'all saw the video. Y'all see that they did speak to the husband, but he didn't want to speak. He wanted privacy. You know, I know he's mourning her, you know, her death. But like I said, my heart goes out to the family. And they have to get to the bottom of this. So everybody has to be spoken to. Even the husband. I know he's mourning and stuff like that. You know, he has to, you know, be spoken to. I'm just saying, you know. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go hit that like button and subscribe. Peace.